I really want to know, because what is it like when Denis calls you up on the phone and says, listen, I have I'm interested in you being part of this movie, but we're going to have to get on a spacecraft and fly to the other side of the galaxy to film this because I want the realism.
Right. I could care less. Anything past, I really want you to play this role, I didn't hear.
Right.
I was, so when he called me on the first film, because I my story, I had to fight really hard for the first Blade Runner film. Like I had to audition and makeup test and screen test, because originally Denis didn't think I was right for the role, so I really had to prove myself. So a year or two later, when he calls me for, the Rabban role, and he just called. He said, hey, I have this role for you. I'd really love for you to play it. I mean, you talk about choked up and me like tearing up. I was like, I don't know, it's so validating to get that call. Yeah, listen,
both of these films, both Dune 1 and Dune 2, they're really unbelievably amazing. And like there's no weak link in these movies. I was going to make a joke, except I was going to make a joke, but I'm like, but you're also awesome in this. I can't even make the joke.
Starting to race, man.
No.
Except you.
But what I'm curious about is Denis is so amazing, like what he's able to pull off. You've worked with a number of directors now. What is it about him on set that really makes it that he is able to deliver these masterpieces?
I think he's one of the best storytellers I've ever met, and I can only speak for him, for what he brings out in me and our, my interaction with him. But everything is like, it's just such a conversation. It's not like direction. It's like we sit and we talk. And even after every take, if he comes in with, he wants to adjust my performance, it's always, I would like you to do this, and this is why. So he gives me kind of a thought process to go with it. And so it's just much more of it's a deeper process. And again, that's just for me personally, my experience with him. I couldn't tell you why he's so great, like across the board. It's just storytelling, but he's just a master at what he does.
So I just spoke to Denis, and he will not ever show me any deleted scenes, and I'm very mad about this. So I will ask you directly, did you end up with any deleted scenes in the two films that you remember and are a little sad didn't make the cut?
Yes. I'm just right now, I'm thinking, God, is he going to be mad at me if I say? But no, and it's nothing major. It's not giving away anything. But I had a scene in the first film with Dave Bautista where I was just intimidating his character. And it was very subtle, but I wanted that for selfish reasons because I love Dave so much. And it just, I guess it just didn't fit in, or there wasn't room, or pacing issues. Those decisions are way over my head. But yeah, I was disappointed that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, and by the way, like Denis, it's obviously these are his movies. He can do whatever he wants. It's just as a fan, like I was, basically begging him on the floor, kissing the feet. Please, I'm joking. Before I run out of time with you, though, I know that you collect metal lunchboxes, and I'm very curious. I collect some stuff. What do you in a fire? What's the one that you're grabbing? Like the one that you just can't believe you own?
It's not even my most valuable one, but my favorite lunchbox is always, I have this 1967 Green Hornet lunchbox. And I think that would be the one, that would be my go-to. But I have long arms. And I'd probably be this and walk out like that. But if my house caught on fire, I mean, the first thing I'm grabbing is my dogs. I'm going to have 4 dogs.
Dogs, plural.
Yeah, dogs, and maybe a lunchbox in my mouth.
So you recently did something with MrBeast.
Yeah.
Were you? How much did you know about him? And are you surprised? Because I'm sure after that video hit, more people were probably talking to you about that video. He's so popular.
Right. I met him at a football game, and I wasn't really aware of him. I didn't even realize that I had seen some of his videos that had gone viral, but I didn't realize it was him. So I'd gone to a football game with my son and his little brother, and they were freaking out because all the football players, huge fans. And they turned around, they saw a MrBeast, and they flipped out. And I didn't really know, I wasn't aware of him. And so anyway, we met them that day, and we started talking a little bit, and dogs came up. And they said, well, it just so happens that we're going to do this thing. We're going to adopt out 100 dogs that are in kill shelters. We're going to get them out. We're going to adopt them all out. And I was like, oh man, I'd love to be a part of that. And so it just happened very fast. But they flew me down, said, come down, be a part of this. And it was absolutely my honor. But anything I can do to get a dog adopted, save a dog, dog out of a shelter, man. I'm down for it.
I was going to say you'd fly to the other side of the planet for it.
I would.
I know. Listen, man, I really mean this. This movie's incredible. Thank you so much. And seriously, I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, I think it's always a pleasure.